Hi everyone. I have a few reads for you today. I have a Metatron message, message of the day, and the twin flame read in front of you. Let's first go ahead and take a few deep breaths. We'll take 3. Another deep breath. And one more deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to you guys. Okay, I'm going to turn the light on because it is a bit dark out now. I'm going to start with the Metatron read, and that was from this morning. And I will show you the pictures of everything. We're going to roll the die first too as well. Actually, I'm gonna hit my my third eye tuning fork. I'm gonna do my my crystal tuning fork too. See how you like this one. Okay, let's go ahead and roll a die. This is for the twin flames. Today is December 6th, 2021. It's 7:21 on the clock right now, which is the chariot in the world. It's 2:25 on this one. 2 is the High Priestess. The 25 is the Knight of Wands. So for the twin flames here, we have Pluto. So it's profound transformation. There's a lot of Scorpio energy coming up. I believe that Mars just went into Scorpio. I could be wrong. I believe that's what I heard yesterday. 2 is the High Priestess here, which is also the feminine energy. The High Priestess for me is Pisces. So it's that energy, the feminine and Pisces, which can be psychic energy as well. And we have the Scorpio energy. So there is a lot of Scorpio. There's a lot of Scorpio in the read as well. So I'm just telling you now, there's a lot of Scorpion energy. And profound transformation along with that, along with the 2 of the mediator, you know, which is kind of the antithesis of the Scorpio big transformation, because Scorpio big transformation doesn't care what you think. And the 2 is all about caring about both sides, what everybody thinks about. So let's see how that plays off of each other. And the first is the Metatron read. So this is from today, this morning. Okay, so this is the Metatron read. And that was done at 9:44 to 46 this morning. The 9 is the Hermit. The 44 is the 4 of Cups, the grounding and integrating and mastering of love. And the 46 is the 6 of Cups, so the children in the garden, that soulmate energy, loving each other, or children. The underlying energy is going with the flow with pink, which is all about compassion, and the 26, which is inspiration. It's the Page of Wands. And then endings, which is that 45 energy of grieving and letting things go, right? Letting go of the past, letting go of shame and regret and any kind of loss. So again, there's a lot of self-compassion here, to hold that in your own heart for yourself, and that one-to-one connection of you and source, you and your higher self. And then the first card out, and by the usually I pull 21 cards, but I was guided to pull 3 more today for some reason, which was 24. And it was kind of interesting because then I was listening to Elena Denon today with Michael, what is his name? Salas? Is that right? Yeah. Michael Sala. But anyway, he was on his channel. He was interviewing Elena about her recent connections with Orhan messages, and it's 24 on the clock right now. But what they were talking about is the intergalactic confederation, which is of 24. So 24 is very significant today, as well as she was talking about the 9, but the 9 may not be the same 9 as other people. It's a very high vibrational, not of this realm, right? They're not incarnate at all. So you might want to listen to her her interview with him. But the 24 is coming up significant right away. And so I wanted to bring that up because I was guided to bring out 3 extra cards, and that's before I actually listened to Elena today. So the first card out was Archangel Sandalfont, which I love when I abbreviate it because it's sand. And we've been talking a lot about sand lately, which is also described as crystals lately. And Sandalfont is a very soft archangel energy. It's the 22 of the Fool with an open heart, taking that leap of faith. And the other colors that came up besides pink were blue, yellow, and orange and white. So again, the same type of template here of the compassion colors of the yellows and peaches and oranges together. The pinky peaches, oranges, yellow. And then the white always comes up there too as that bright white light. And then the blue is like the sky against that sunset of all of those colors, which they talk about being the reflection of your ancestors on you, like winking back at you at night at the sunset. So the underlying energy was the one-to-one of going with the flow, that reminding you that Sandalfont is with you now, or perhaps that higher part of you that is very creative and soft, inspired to compassion for self, and then reflecting endings in compassion for others. The pink in holding the orange, yellow, and white. The first card out with Sandalfont was at 10:39, which is funny because that's when I just started watching Elena and she was live and it was 39 minutes. So right at 10:39, she was 39 minutes into the video. It was Michael's video. So Archangel Sandalfont with an open heart and faith and musical is with you now with their pinks, peaches, and yellows. The mother is holding at present in the indigo energies, the cosmos mirroring you now in a wake-up call, announcements, and or decisions. The busy bee magically pollinating flowers for joy and happiness, to blossom, to stretch, to release stuck energies. And the Queen of Wands energy, and remember that the Queen of Wands is the 24, so there's a 24 coming up again. The Queen of Wands energy of connection and attunement. Speak up and be heard with freedom of speech. Wake up call, listen and take note for justice to be served. Pause for healing hands and coming together. And the Golden Gate, to connect with the Golden Gate or source energy, the 12-12 doorway into the 13th sign of Lemuria and dolphin wisdom, and water has been coming up as really significant yesterday and today, and so significant to just be in water, to drink water, because our bodies are mostly water, to really connect with the other side, just like ultrasound gel with an ultrasound, and for emotional well-being, so you feel good. The Chariot is the vehicle, your vehicle of infiltration. Water is the vehicle into your body. And then your body may be the vehicle of infiltration into something else. The Pot of Gold at the end of the rainbow bridge. Purifying on wings of angels, inspired to bring in that third flame. The odd man out. The trigger point. Expanding to the next, like 12 to 13. The father arc to the mother arc. And then back to the root to clear chakra layers one at a time. The roots locked together on earth here, so really significantly talking about clearing wounds regarding this lifetime, and really purifying, which is the energy that we're in right now with Ophiuchus, with the diamond light and the angel wings, the 51 of the King of Swords, and cubits coming up again, which was the measurement of the pyramids of the Queen's Chamber, that 144 divided by 7 that I told you about, the 20 point, 571428, something like that, which is actually 11 cubits on the dot. So 11 cubits on angel's wings, grounding support for subconscious energies here, to remind you to go outside and ground. And authenticity, who are you today? And what are you birthing at 11:05? which is justice, and the Hierophant, or change, freedom, and expansion. As above, so below, self-love, spiritual love or old love, and then new love. The weeping willows of compassion matching each other, reflecting each other. Focus on that untapped Kundalini wounded warrior energy, right? Because we're leaving the wounded warrior behind for the Fool's journey, for a new dawn. That's the dawning of the age of Aquarius. And the key words that were coming up, not only today, but yesterday at least too, is water, purify, and stretch. So again, this new dawn of this high vibrational energy of Aquarius. And that was at 11:06. 11 is justice, 6 is the lovers. So review and reflect as the high priestess, meditating and setting your boundaries, being patient and balanced in that higher love. Take your key with you when you leave the house on your journey back to the sun, through the arches and steeples, or the arcs and saints to the sun, and the electromagnetic grid of the twins. Electron and magneta was coming up, which you notice magneta is the exact same word as magenta, except the two letters are switched. This is coming up as the masculine and feminine of the electron and the magneta, or the magenta. Or at 11:11 was the L and Ma, the push and pull of the quantum leap, the black hole. The twin flames untying the karmic knots, parts of the etheric body stuck in other time, space, dimensions, being infiltrated from within to release the programming from the past, now moments, no longer accessible to you. And then the underlying energy was the flow. So overall, in a summary, it was the flow, the inspiration, and the hold. So flow, inspire, and hold. So this is like your day. In the morning, flow, and then inspire, and then hold, like hold yourself in the end of the day. Wake, live, and then the end of the day, and then end your day. The first grouping of the column here was the angels, the birds and the bees, and the flowers and the trees, and the oceans and the dolphins, the Lemurian wisdom of water, 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 and sunshine, music, and the soft buzzing, the call of the wild, on shells and instruments, the fool's journey of magic, justice, and the chariots of water as opposed to fire, and the plasma ether, which the ether goes as the fifth element goes along with Ophiuchus. The second section here was the mother self, stretching to motivate yourself, and using that magnet above your head to pull out any energies that don't belong in your original blueprint of your etheric body here and your physical body. Using healing hands to heal with love light and rainbows, and to purify and color your world with Metatron magnetic field. Present with Mother, the Queen of Wands, motivation to move, coming together to inspire the third flame. The third section was referring to the 12-12 mirror of karmic debts and credits. Not only are all debts coming due, but credits as well. So all of that karmic stuff that needs to be given back to you is also coming up to be paid as due. So clearing and blessings, being heard and free to unity gateway of the divine blessings of the Father, 12-12, the divine masculine, raised to the next octave, from the labyrinth into the wisdom of stillness and oneness, locked at the root, but free to express your own leaves and branches, with space between to choose to come together, to both choose each other as perfect complements at 11:25, which is justice and the Knight of Wands, appreciating each other's differences. Okay, so that was the first message, and then we have my message of the day, and this one starts out with the underlying energy being the wolf. So here's the picture of the read. Okay, so this is my message of the day. You have the Animal Spirit deck, you have the Lenormand Reverie, the Gilded Tarot, and the Kipper deck. And with the wolf, the park, the world, and the marriage as the underlying energies at 350, which is the Empress, and the 50 of the Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment. The leader of the pack, stunned, confused, perhaps dazed and confused, or caught in the headlights, perhaps in the park, the woods, or a public meeting place, with the world opening up to them. Or Pisces or Divine Feminine, and an abundant marriage, or the elephant with the flame in their trunk, clearly or clearing as they take each step, or on their scent. So the elephant with their flame in their trunk, or on their scent, like the fox chasing after whatever they're looking for. But the elephant also may be being targeted here. The octopus teacher with their thinking cap on, where their right hand does not know what their left hand is doing. The raccoon is depressed, but the wolf is in a clearing and starting to see more clearly now. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. So all the others are still really in the dark, even the elephant who's clearing as they take each step, but they're still in the dark. And the other two were completely in the dark too. But the wolf was starting to stand in the clearing with only the shadow behind him now, as the shadow starts to fall back or lift away. And then I was getting L, O-C, or Ak. And Ak can reference, what was I thinking? Well, whatever comes up for you as O-C. But L, Ak, Ra, and Wolf were all coming up there. Elok. That's interesting. ELO comes up with that too. And CRA, which is a clinical research associate. That's funny because that was my old line of work. So the abundant ship sailed, or the Empress is clearing mountains for a spiritual union and peace, or perhaps stopping at the mountain to enjoy the flowers, the lilies, and the mountain's multiple faces, or the buck with a feeling of completion or satisfaction of a job well done, nesting the golden egg and things looking up, dreams coming true in beautifying nature, your yard, or perhaps a terrarium, or an indoor garden. The sovereign is upright, keeping their cards close, defenseless to the energies, as it starts raining outside now, literally. Defenseless to the energies of the Page of Wands reversed and the Knight of Pentacles upright, looking forward, but having to go back, the Knight anyway, probably to go back and help the Page of Wands reversed. They're looking forward to new love and the Holy Grail with the Divine Feminine, Pisces, and or the world that's opening up their heart to them. After an illness, in hot pursuit of the Emperor or stability in courtship, the man with concerns of standing up with a female or for a female may be reading a message of concerns and being patient of or about the Empress's or abundant marriage here. Or the wolf is wanting to meet with Pisces or Divine Feminine in public regarding a marriage or coming together in marriage at 5:55. Big changes there. And now it's pouring outside. The first section here is the zebra and the bat. They're both looking here, like in my direction. The zebra is activated and in their third eye, and the bat is lost in space, which is funny because there's Lost in Spaces on Netflix now. Zebra is cracking the whip to disconnect or put distance between, or disconnect or be at a distance in court, or distance themselves in court or in adjudication of a union. The bat's on a journey at night, unable to sleep, or awaking to one waiting for them at the Y in the road. Breaking up and rising above. And then the second grouping is the snake, the phoenix, and the black egg. The collective awakening with the phoenix rising from the ashes to tell the truth. The collective top down, the wounded warrior, unanchored without options and inspired to great fortune now. The phoenix is making a love breakthrough, inspired by cracking codes, and in need of strength and courage at 6:15, which is the lovers and the devil, in need of strength and courage to deal with the privileged lady, perhaps in order to hang out. The black egg is speaking the truth, inspired by cracking codes as well, and coming clean or cleaning up the actor's space, perhaps, or the family room, and complete. The third section is the oyster, the whale, the lion, and the worm, clammed up and exhausted while the lion is watching the worm. They are talking. They're not talking. The one who's not talking is the man from Mars. So Elon Musk is coming up twice here because ELO is 3 letters of Elon. So Elon Musk is coming up again, and that's Cancer energies there. Not talking is the man from Mars, as the twin flames, or choosing a path needing anger management perhaps, or not sharing with or imbalanced by the romantic little girl The whale-loving lady being present or with their gifts, but drained, surrendering to shadow lovers. The lion connected and giving the worm, newbie, some direction. The Queen of Pentacles reversed with the Knight of Cups community, and the worm may be the power lady implementing a plan of attack, or the Knight of Wands, a high honor, or an angry man with three ladies, or three faces of Eve. The little girl with affection for the little boy being honored by their community, or the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands may be saluting them. And this could be a student who just graduated as well, or some kind of culmination to something where they did really well. Or that could be like a 4.0 in their semester. Or the female lovers, or there could be female lovers between the power man and the power woman, like keeping them apart. And the fourth section here is the gazelle, the web, and the dragonfly. The graceful gazelle caught in the web of the two hearts beating as one. The gazelle with multiple faces of vulnerability, and the King of Swords reversed, justice of hitting the jackpot. The spider in the web, the romantic pup broke or broken with unexpected income and now inspired. Two as one with the shadow bear cold and icy, the Hierophant marriage, commitment, religion, establishment, or societal norms, perhaps occupied by energetic exchange or the arrows of love, or energetic exchange is their occupation. As the King of Swords reversed is stuck with the Hierophant, and that could be a Taurus as well, or with Cancer reversed or Taurus upright. Sudden justice inspired by energetic exchange or by unexpected income of an occupation, or occupied by it, at 6:30, which is the lovers and the union. The fifth section here is the hyena, the horse, and the buffalo. The trickster, feeling shamed in the shadow of Mr. Ed and Buffalo, both super heavenly. So they're kind of like feeling in the shadow of these two, big guys. The hyenas hiding their gifts and dumping emotional attachments or multiple loads, no longer confused and with sudden thoughts of a woman. The horse with sudden stardom or dreams coming true, with the Six of Cups soulmate or children loving each other, and the King of Wands filing papers or at the courthouse, or perhaps he's getting some kind of special license. The buffalo, as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is funny, right, because buffaloes hide, dancing back and forth between hyena and Mr. Ed, beating a dead horse, healing and forgiving on high vibe journey to nowhere, on the love train. On the love train. All right, so now we're going to go to the main read. Okay, and I'll show you the pictures of that. So here's the read in front of you on the table. This is the twin flame read. It's for all the twins, and it's general energy, so it's a lot of information. And here is the 7 deck read of that you see on the table. So all 7 decks. And this starts out with that's at 11:04, which is Justice and the Emperor. I cut the Syrian Starseed deck then for today. And at 11:11 to 12 was the Cur of Crystals. So you can look up Cur, but one of the meanings of Cur is bad spirits of crystals. And crystals can be purging, as in cry stalls, purging, but also being Christ-like. So perhaps the negative side of being Christ-like, like what is the shadow, what is the not so fun parts of being Christ-like. And then crystals again came up emphasized, and then the S, which is coming up as Sophia, but also Sandalfont today. I finished clarifying at 11:27, which is Justice and the Ace of Wands, that third energy, that flame. And the numbers here, well, it was the major arcana first is Starseed, which is the Fool, Indigo, which is the Magician, Reflection, which is the Hermit, Transition, which is the Death card, and Higher Self, which is High Priestess. And before the read was Abundance or the Empress. After the read was the Shadow and the Chariot. So there's a lot of major arcana today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 altogether. There were triple 1s in the read and double 7s and 7, 8, 9, and that was it. So we have the triple ones, big new beginnings. It's kind of like in the shadow of the new beginning though, but it's big right here. And then the 77, which is the sovereign energy of being in your sovereignty. 789 is the 5D. 1, 2, 3 is 3D. 4, 5, 6, 4D. And then the 789 is 5D. And then we also have 789 just in time, but also 17, which is the 17 of your dreams coming true. The code line was all about following your dreams, but the Y was separated. So it was coming up as follow our dreams, perhaps at the Y in the road, and time out. The number on the code line was all about the 9 again, and 9 is like to infinitum. It's the forever number that never ends. And it's also about compassion and completion and endings and universal selflessness, the collective consciousness. So again, regarding following our dreams and a time out, say Sophia or saint, the path or high street, say or an essay perhaps of the path of the Page of Swords and the wounded warrior and the bridge. And then Nat came in. Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, lonely or far. So that was at 11:35, which again is the wounded warrior and justice. So it's also the essay or test, it could be a lab test, an assay, the path being key of the high vibe DNA of the Page of Swords, the messenger, and the 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior. And the seeker of thoughts of the wounded warrior or hermit of flames property. And again, the wounded warrior is the victim energy. And again, they could feel like in a relationship very possessive, like they own somebody as opposed to sharing time with them as their partner. And then the last message here coming up was about the eagle, but the grizzly bear could come up here as well, and the chassis, but to say, to tell, to utter, but the eagle coming up as the one, the high DNA message to the wounded warrior to possess and follow our dreams. And that's the timeout was coming up here as well. So they're saying, like the one is saying to the other, if you want to be the victim as the wounded warrior, in order to possess, you have to stop following just your dreams and follow our dreams. So the star seed is upright here, and beneath it, abundance, the Ace of Wands reversed, the Queen of Wands reversed, the Ace of Pentacles upright, and the 7 of Swords upright. So again, the underlying energy is the top card here. And I just listed the 5 cards below it, and then the mini cards on top. So the Empress, frustrated with the Queen of Wands reversed, offering her time, money, and effort or energy to the liar, cheater, thief energy, or one passing downloads in a fresh start with one big drop to the crown, or perhaps a hailstorm and a leap of faith. Present to third party, unable to sleep, and rising above, or just awake and coming out, with the Hermit shedding light of a message of love, or with the Page of Cups, or puppy love. Taurus is upright, Aries upright, and the Hermit as well, with Virgo energy, perhaps Pisces too, magically free as the Magician, or this could be Gemini or Virgo or Aries energy as well, taking a leap of faith to the truth from the Page of Pentacles upright, who perhaps is rejected in 5D or trying to ground 5D into reality, or jealous Knight of Cups reversed, unable to sleep, clinging to or being Scroogey with lover, or Gemini and or twin, or just about free and out the door when blocked by the big truth, or the triumph of the Page of Pentacles over the Knight of Cups reversed, who's awake and mad and can't go to sleep, or is sleeping with their shoes on or dressed in order to protect themselves from lover's affection, floating the gold coin over union, or had a dream about Gabriel or Christ consecrating their marriage, or the marriage of Adam and Eve, hoarding money and jewels, the gold coin, and sacred sexuality at 12:11, which is the hanging man and justice, implementing a plan of arousal, or to blow the whistle, or pop the weasel, and dissatisfied with self or not happy alone, dumping everything out to get over loss and regret, or purposefully performing dissatisfactorily to get over it, or so that they can get over themselves. So again, people might be dumping out, mementos and things like that to kind of clear their energy away for people who have been not serving them. And then passion comes up as the underlying energy below the first card, and then flirt was on top here. All right, and it's getting a little hot in here, so some masculine energy coming in. The twin flames are out for a meal, perhaps, but not putting it out there under the radar. So some of you coming up may be doing this, getting together. And again, Lost in Space was coming up again on this page, and their pod was called Jupiter 2, which is really cool because with Elena and the Jupiter's moon, they were talking about that as well. What's it called? I'm just blanking out on the name of it. Something Mead. Is it Ganymede? Well, anyway, not only I brought it up from something else, and then Elena was talking about the same Jupiter moon today with Michael Salas. So here comes Jupiter again, plus Jupiter's moon, and we have 2, the number 2 of the feminine, the High Priestess, and then Will Robinson, of course, coming up. And it was really cool because Lost in Space, that this new series is, modernized. So I'm not going to tell you about it because if you want to watch it, it's kind of cute the way they pulled in the robot and Will Robinson. So again, ending the nightmare after perhaps going out for a meal with your twin, or perhaps looking for a place to go, but not putting it out there, or agreeing to come together if they don't talk to anyone about it, under the radar. Ending the nightmare, present to romantic tie with soulmate or twin, no more black cat between their legs or underfoot in the dungeon, but one who matches the flame they hold. Ending the dark dungeon to have romance in the light instead. Trading in swords for flames and torches at 12:21, as well as dessert and chocolate. With adventure number 55, which is Excalibur, the truth, the sword, and beneath it self-discipline with 41 of self-love, spiritual love, and new love. So play is really pouring outside. Just give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that I'm... Yeah, okay. So then it's 12:34, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, shut the door. Playing in a group or competing or conflicted as the King of Swords reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, needing closure or their world upside down, letting go to detox and fall, to allow the fall, putting the fire out, perhaps burgundy curtains of fleur-de-lis, and the devil incarnate embarrassing themselves, or no longer holding on to Capricorn and Aries both reversed here, or a devilish fool. Pisces, Capricorn, and Aries all reversed here, falling from grace or on their face, or knocked for a loop by a big download to the crown. The Fools reversed, and then Starseed upright, the lover getting over it to connect as lovers on an adventure of the truth. At 12:49, the Hanging Man, and that satisfaction with yourself, or get your wish card. And then is the energy going forward of the third party, Queen of Swords, Secret Passion, detoxing the Page of Cups, getting over it, and the King of Swords upright, ending pain or betrayal with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community. And that Page of Cups can be a message of love as well. The King of Swords may be frustrated, or maybe that Ten of Pentacles family is, with the connection of the Hermit upright and their injustice, or Virgo upright and Libra reversed here. In the recent past is the Queen of Swords, with new information or clarity about magic tools not shared, with dependent or powerless in energetic exchange and with starting over. At least they're no longer bored, so this may be some kind of conflict that they have to deal with, but at least they can't complain they're bored anymore. Trying to end the nightmare of a sister or suffering in silence, and the wounded warrior, on guard, as the Hierophant is upright, or Taurus on guard, with the Queen of Pentacles recovering and protected as well. The Foundation is reflection or the Hermit, uncomfortable, with the King of Pentacles reversed, Libra reversed, or in the downturn or twist of fate at night, losing patience or dealing with the fallen angel, or just not wanting to deal with it anymore, or becoming the fallen angel themselves. The central energy here is indigo upright, proposing new love, as the wounded warrior is trapped and anxious or unable to make good decisions in a losing battle of detoxing here. The challenge being the Page of Swords reversed, negative self-talk, the player falling short, losing energy, and the Page of Wands inspired by or just with the Emperor who's suddenly free, with jealous Page of Swords reversed or Knight of Cups reversed being negative at the workplace, work as usual, and then at 2 o'clock on the dot there, which is a lot of source energy backing up the 2, which is the feminine, the Hermit missing their flame, excited by the energetic exchange and the injustice of fate in transition. At 2:01, which is then the High Priestess and the Magician. The Dark Knight, so the energetic exchange and the injustice of fate and transition, or Dark Knight, the death and end of the fallen angel, awake to the instability of their home or their marriage or of a prison or hostage, with the Knight of Swords rushing in, or perhaps a messenger service. And now is the Eight of Swords hiding in the woods, defenseless to energies or attacks, but unable to function. After a sudden event, post-war, and healing from a fall perhaps, moving to peace after their vehicle was broken or stuck. The fantasy family of narcissistic Hierophant in need of strength and courage and motivation to help the Queen of Swords with an idea or deal with egotistical one, along with the King of Wands upright and the Queen of Pentacles upright here. Or Taurus is awake to the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, and Taurus or Hierophant is offering their time, money, and effort to big love at work, perhaps caught with their pants down, with fallen angel without a defense, and the twin flame connection. It's getting kind of crazy outside. The twin flame connection under the radar, losing patience, with the Empress upright and the Ten of Cups reversed, unhappy family between the Empress and the Queen of Cups here. And then it was funny because in Lost in Space, one of the vehicles is called Chariot. And it said some assembly required. So then soon is the Seven of Cups reversed, repeating steps or coming downstairs, suddenly free from the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, community, or perhaps the world at large, with the Knight of Swords chasing them. Sudden events, epiphanies, or sexual exchange between the Emperor and the Fool who's free, which can be the Emperor, just as the Fool is leaving the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, a messenger comes rushing in, of holding on, the Four of Pentacles, the Divine Masculine's heart in the Batcave, saving to end the pain, betrayal, or get a massage perhaps, or withholding a bit, so that a pain in the butt doesn't get the wrong idea, offering big love from lover, or Gemini or twin innocent bond with Atlas and the weight of the world, or cleaning up the yard, or working out a lot and carrying too much weight. Dumping multiple loads or emotional attachments, no longer confused about the runner chaser and the need to be moderate and set boundaries at 413, which is the Emperor and the Death card. Big ending here with 3 tens, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Wands, and keeping energies to self in order to avoid someone else offering big love. 2 different perspectives here, and this doesn't have to be the twins, it could be anything you're dealing with, but 2 different perspectives. The innocent connection of soulmates or kids, or just kind of a kismet connection. But there's also a perspective of the slave and the slave driver, imprisoning them. The twin flames in transition, endings, Dark Night, or a transformation of Scorpio and the King of Cups, which he can be the Scorpio, offering something big for instability or to fix or buy a home or fix up a marriage perhaps, in need of a lift or sun and fun or energy boost. The Dark Knight rising to the Queen of Wands reversed, dumping multiple loads or emotional attachments, or the King of Cups Scorpio or Dark Knight has dumped the Queen of Wands reversed Taurus multiple times, or pushed them to commit to get rid of stuff now, and now giving them a time limit so they can't stall anymore. money in exchange for energy to clear out the house or yard, perhaps helping someone out or giving them work, but now they are taking advantage of your kindness perhaps, and it's time to be done at 425, the Emperor and the Knight of Wands. Oh, the moon of Jupiter is Ganymede, Ganymede. So, in continuing on, there were religious factors, past life relationship, and it is safe for you to love. And religious factors can be any major differences. It doesn't have to be religion. We have Scorpio and Taurus upright, but Leo's reversed. Perhaps kids goofing off when they're supposed to be getting work done, especially if paid. Transition through a portal, and around the twins or how they're seen is the higher self reversed, in need of intuition, integrity here, or secret passion needing elevation here. Or Pisces reversed, or secret passion presenting the truth, rejecting an offer of passion, or a job just taking too long, and it's time to hang it up. The star or stars and dreams coming true, healing an innocent love connection with secret passion, or divine feminine here is so done, or over the frustration, and soulmates over the truth, or telling the truth about feeling the sexual energy forced upon them, and the dream that someday they'd be together with secret passion. With Scorpio and Aquarius both upright here, but Pisces or divine feminine reversed, and perhaps feeling ungrounded, creatively blocked, with no growth, frustration, or feeling forced. The block here being the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior on guard, and the King of Swords holding back their energy from energy vampire, running off with their energy to their lover, or to Gemini, who's offering big love to the one in pain or a pain in the butt with limited funds, or strapped banging on doors of abundant homes perhaps aggressively to look for work, while those they work for are free to leap and do whatever they want, or victim mentality here of the wounded warrior being envious of those they're trying to get work from. Or Gemini lying to themselves, or cheating themselves, or misplacing their own energies, being kind to someone they don't want to be around anymore, wanting to be able to rise above who they are, right? Perhaps feeling guilty for not resonating with someone, but by doing that you are causing more resistance and denying your own authenticity. Sometimes we must speak firmly to get our point across at 443, which is the Emperor and the Three of Cups of coming together. And then 444, the angelic realms. Time out, follow your dreams, but even more so, rebirth and teaching and learning. Right? We're always learning lessons every day. The Six of Swords is upright, moving to peace, with new information, with the Page of Pentacles, who's curious about their abilities, but that can also just be an opportunity or invitation. But they're curious about their abilities when feeling defenseless to unwanted attention, and how do I shift the energy to do that automatically? Awake to instability when feeling imprisoned, perhaps in own home, with the Knight of Swords, King of Cups perhaps coming back with more deliveries, or wanting to start up a conversation. The Page of Pentacles is a good student, an opportunity or invitation to work hard to be let back into their good graces at 453, the Emperor and the Knight of Swords. Or one is taking delight in watching the other work hard while they stand guard. And I can just see a parent doing this with their child, right? Because they didn't do what they were supposed to do, and now they are. And so the parent's just standing there watching them, right? While they really work hard while the parent doesn't do anything, because usually it's the parent who's doing everything, right? Or they have others coming over and they want them to finish already their work and leave before the others get here. The Empress is upright and the Queen of Cups is upright as well. With the Ten of Cups family, though, is reversed here between them. That could be a big lack of satisfaction between the two of them, too. It's an ending of an emotional cycle that should have been over a long time ago. And the Queen of Cups is connected to the injustice, or Libra reversed, healing with the Divine Feminine in 5D, or Pisces, or the upside down world in general. The Page of Pentacles, perhaps with Capricorn in their chart, or detoxing the Knight of Wands reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the player falling short and paralyzed by their passions, and the Knight of Pentacles, who may be lazy or really hard to get them moving, unable to function due to their emotions. stuck without movement, broke, broken, broke up, down, in, out, or through, or car issues, or travel delays, or perhaps a move or travel was canceled, or one with Cancer in their chart offering big love or just exuding love with the Page of Pentacles to study the gold coin or unity consciousness at 501, that 5 of freedom, expansion, and change, and the 1 of the Magician embodiment, with Taurus upright, but the rest reversed here. Libra, Pisces, Sag, Capricorn, Cancer, all reversed. And I wanted you to note here that the Emperor and the Empress aren't standing side by side, but they're both upright. The Emperor's with the Page of Wands, and the Empress is with the Queen of Cups, and perhaps with these other energies, which could be children, pets, or a lot of messages as well. The Empress and Queen of Cups are coming up with Cancer, Libra, Pisces, and the Queen of Cups can have Cancer, Libra, and Pisces in their chart, but they could also be with the Page of Pentacles upright and those 2 other knights, the Knight of Wands and Knight of Pentacles, both reversed. Kids, pets, or messages. The Knight of Wands may be back and forth between the Emperor and the Empress here. The 10 of Pentacles, or the Montagues, are happy, but the 10 of Cups reversed, or Capulets, are not. So that's the major. It doesn't mean that everyone's happy. It means the general family is in a positive state. 10 of Pentacles, Montagues, happy, but the 10 of Cups reversed is not. There's an end of a cycle there. Only the King of Pentacles is reversed, and the Queen of Wands reversed. They're the only King and Queens that are reversed in this read. And then all the Knights are reversed, except for the Knight of Swords, who's upright, rushing in with those messages, or the Knight in Shining Armor, perhaps, for someone. And then all the Pages are upright in a really positive energy, except the Page of Swords reversed, who may be negative or really immature. By the way, the energies that were really not on their game and really on their game, so at one or the other spectrum, Pisces, Sag, Leo, Capricorn, and Libra are not on their game today. And those who are really on point was Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini, Aries, and Taurus. Watch out. There's a fresh start reflecting as the Hermit is in transition with secret passion or a need to tap into intuition and their knowing, as the Queen of Swords and Indigo upright, or that could be a Gemini Queen of Swords, or Aries, Virgo with Scorpio and Pisces reversed, and the Queen of Swords Gemini or Virgo and challenged by the Page of Swords reversed, whose negative or immature talk or messages or child, perhaps a Gemini again, going downstairs, or the Queen of Swords frustrated, with the Page of Swords reversed needing to repeat steps or dumping emotional attachments, multiple loads, or being the wounded warrior, depleted, with flame in hand, hiding in the woods, defenseless to energies and unable to function. The Page of Pentacles is hearing how to detox, the Knight of Wands reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, or how to get their older siblings in trouble for not doing their work. Or the Page of Pentacles girl is learning how to manipulate men or boys with their feminine wiles at 527, which is again that Hierophant energy or freedom, change, and expansion with the 27 of the Ace of Wands, as the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, both reversed, are too busy drooling to get any work done because of the Page of Pentacles, younger one there, figuring out how to manipulate men with their feminine wiles and having the guys drooling at her. And literally it's like, who let the dogs out? Because no one's doing their job because this person's using their feminine wiles to get what they want. And then gushing all over them at 528, which 28 is the choice of path. Or the dogs literally can't wait for the Page of Pentacles to get home so they can go out. The Empress may be frustrated with the Queen of Wands reversed for offering the Queen of Wands' time, or maybe the Queen of Wands reversed was offering the Empress's time, money, and effort. Maybe that's why she was pissed. For offering their time, money, and effort to pass information or downloads, or to hire a PI, or to get rid of stuff. Or for a fresh start with one big download to the crown, or got hit in the noggin with the Queen of Swords upright knocking them for a loop. The Hermit reflecting inside as Indigo is waiting to propose, challenged by the Page of Swords reversed, or negative self-talk, or just no or negative reply. Presently hiding in the woods or weeds, transitioning through the portal, a death, an ending, or dark night of the soul, circling back down in order to get off their high horse. 3 nights down. So that may be the 4th one to go. That's weird. And where are we today? The 6th? 7th? nights. Well, it's saying 3 nights down. So it's like going from, since today's the 6th, I mean, yeah, 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. Yeah, so starting the 3rd, or at the, it's counting nights from the eclipse, new moon. So circling back down to get off their high horse with 3 nights down, and that can literally just mean three ones who are usually raring to go are down. They could be sick, so you can't, maybe you've 3 people out of work. Without higher self or without access to your intuition, the wounded warrior is about to give up, as the Page of Pentacles is now curious about having the upper hand, having transmuted chaos, and now channeling that energy past 2 nights broken and straight past them to exuding love for themselves, trying something new for a change at 5:30, which is the Hierophant and the Union. That's also change, expansion, and freedom in the Union. So let's just pull a couple. I'm just going to do an energy card here for you, and then the Journey of Love. I'm getting a little bit tired. It's 51:05 on this clock, which is the King of Swords, and again that 5 is coming up a lot with the 555. That's 8:10 on my clock, which is the 0 energy of Source energy, backing up the 81 of ending of karma around the world. So let's see what the energy deck has for us right now. What is the takeaway from this reading today? Oop, that one came up really quick. Angel of Love. 49 is the 9 of Cups, self-satisfaction by being in your heart, being the angel of love, getting your wish. And the door to romance. It's very soft. We had a lot of talk about soft yesterday and today. And that's the 33 of the Christ vibration, standing up for oneself, for love. The door to romance is to stand up for the one you love. Okay, and the hearts are kind of matching there, the pink and the red. And a caring connection. The 14 is a higher love. And here we have the catapult here too. What did I do? 53 is that Knight of Swords, the only one who's upright in the read. But again, the 14, the Temperance card was reversed in the read. Was that 9? There's definitely this energy of the one card you're always looking for, you never find. Yeah, it's reversed. So really, all of these cards are reversed in the read, except for this one. The 53 is the Knight of Swords is upright. He's like, what? 'Cause this could be somebody who's not happy being alone, right? But perhaps not standing up for themselves either. And there's that, the caring connection, which is like the fallen angel energy, right? And disconnect from the Magician and the Mirror, reflecting each other at the different ends of the spectrum. And then the bottom of the deck is the Thinking Man, the 46 of the children loving each other and being childlike to figure out their new interests here. He's got 2 feathers in his cap, as somebody is just left. 27 is that third flame, is the Ace of Wands. So someone's left to be on their own, to go do something they're inspired to do, or this can be this person's energy of starting something new, or they were waiting for someone to leave so that they could start something new here. So that's the underlying energy. And that could be with their twin, or even with kids as well, though. But yeah, but now it's about, I feel like the tides have turned the other way, because it's like now the Knight of Swords is the masculine as opposed to the feminine. So let's see what the Journey of Love has to say. And there has been a lot of that energy of the feminines. You know, it's time to leave it go. Nobody wants to be with someone who isn't a nice person, or isn't treating them well, or is ignoring them. Like, why would you want to be with that energy? If someone wants to be with you, then they're going to get their act together and be a good, honest person. All right, let's see here. There's a couple cards coming out. We have 3, 2, 1, jump. So again, there's about that third energy. And then notice the 2 is in the middle. So it's not written as 2. It's like skipping from 3 to 1, like giving that space. And remember I talked about the T and the O being the time out? Because the T alone can be time out, but the O is the human embodiment of source sitting under the T of the tree, time out. So make sure there's space between the 3 to 1, right? Take your time with the high vibe energy, and this is about being in the vortex here. When you get to the center, take your time and look at all the energies. It's really purples and blues. There's the mother praise of the 15 in the shadow side. But again, that can just be that, the mother just wanted what's best for you. So maybe she wasn't really nice because she was trying to push you so that you'd make yourself happy. And so, again, forgiveness is coming up here too in these higher color vibrations. But you see how perfectly they are matched. And this can reference the third energy too, right? The third energy that had to be there in order to expand the 2, right? Because from the 2 to expand, you go to the 3 and back to the 2, or then you go to the 4. The odd number always expands the situation. So there had to be that third party in order to expand the situation. But this is a very high vibrational energy with all these beautiful colors here. And also, I wanted to tell you that in that talk with Michael Salas and Elena Denan, she said that in the group of 24, the Intergalactic Confederation, that the mantis beings were part of that, which she was very surprised because she had never, all of the people or the new ETs that she had seen there, she had never encountered before, so they were all new. But the mantis were there as well. And I actually met a mantis being at one point, so that was kind of cool for me. And then we have She Loves. 61 is that taking a risk card of the 7 of Swords. Take a risk to love. And this can also be loving self, but also offering love to someone you didn't think you may be able to offer that affection towards. And then the communal dance here of allowing the community to all get along, right? To be able to can we all hold hands? Can we all just, can we all just be friends? It's kind of like that energy. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? So it's coming up like that. This is very high vibrational. But again, even if someone's not in the same energy, she still loves. So can you take that risk to accept someone as they are and then come together again and perhaps add a little bit of color to the group? Okay. So it could be extending yourself past what you normally would have allowed in your life. The bottom of the deck is the Sweet Soul Rising. So again, that innocent energy of the child, the 20 of judgment, decision, announcements, wake-up call, along with the devotion to the small on the journey. So making sure to take care of the vulnerable and defenseless, whether it's children, pets, other beings, and old people who can't take care of themselves. So again, remembering to take care of the small on the journey, along the way, offering love here and there on the way, where it was unexpected perhaps. And so let's see what that comes up with. That first card is 3 to 1, which is number 10. There's a heavenly child in your midst. It may be within your heart, in your womb, or a glimmer in your eyes soon to be. This child holds the key to the fulfillment of a process that is happening for you now. The child might be a physical culmination of your marriage, or a commitment to another. It might be a symbolic birthing of a new self after a time of learning to bring male energies of protection and discernment together with female energies of feeling and creativity. Whether within yourself or in relationship with another, the child might symbolically be a new life, an improved relationship, a book, a new job, a completely renewed way of dealing with what was once a challenging issue, and so soon will not be an issue for you anymore. Just to name some examples, from masculine to feminine to child, there is just one, or now just one, a new reality dawning with grace. This oracle holds a message for you. New life is upon you now. You're being reborn, and you will give birth to what is meant for you in this lifetime. There's no need to worry. Just pray with an open heart that you may be supported to fulfill your destiny. You already are, of course, but prayer can help you realize it. The rest is in the loving and capable hands of the divine. And the poem reads, Love is what makes the heart beat faster. the lump in my throat, the feeling of missing you so much that I can't wait to be with you again. And there we are, and I look in your eyes deeper, and I know the unspoken words that say I love you, and feel words in return. How short each lifetime seems, but what I feel with you lasts forever. May love be the compass that guides you on the course of a lifetime. So don't forget your water. It was really important yesterday and today. And purity. Water, make sure to sleep, get your joy and get your nature, make sure to really ground. There's some energies spoken of coming up from the earth that really need grounding from you as well. So make sure to put your bare feet out in the grass. And as always, be good to yourselves and breathe and rise and be love. Bye. Bye, guys.